Yeah. Anyway, the purple one is where you find a trade, whereas the kill shot, this red one, is where we confirm our trade. So basically what we're looking for is for these first six on kill shot to be all red or all blue, depending if we're going in for a sell or a buy. And we know that based on what trend wave calls out. So once again, purple, find, red, confirm. I know it should be green confirmed, but in this case, it's the red kill shot. Okay, and then basically all I do is I just show you guys exactly what it is I'm looking for, and we're gonna do it together, right? We're gonna go through, and if you guys are seeing any trades and you're like, hey, can you look at this, whether or not this is a good trade, let me know. And the way that my trades work, the way that I teach this strategy is that I want the best possible trade, right? And there's three different things that you're looking for. The first thing is for it to be at entry, right? So I'm just gonna keep pushing through here. It works for honestly any time frame. You see I have 30, 15, and 5. That is just what I prefer. You can do it on anything. But obviously the higher the time frame, so 1 hour and past, the more of kill shot has to be the same color. So you see that there's only six that are the same color. The higher you go, so like 1 hour, 4 hour, and so on, the more it has to be true up here. So you do want to stay in the lower below 1 hour time frames. Go ahead and drop it two if you understand that. That's why I had to watch the silver trade so closely yesterday, is because I was trading on the 1 hour instead of the 30 and 15 minute. Okay, perfect. Now, obviously, the higher the time frame, the stronger the call out on trend wave, but it's still not 100%, it's still not always true. You still need to confirm it. Oh, see, now I didn't drink my coffee, so now oh, okay. So then the second thing that I'm looking for, right? So this one is at entry, as you can see, right? I'm gonna zoom in for you phone people. You can see the blue line is at entry, right? And then when I come down, I want this RSI to be in the top half. So we're going in for a sell here, or we're looking for a sell rather, because the exits are below the entry. We're wanting the market to go down. So the RSI has to correlate with that. So if we're wanting to go down, we're wanting to go in for a sell, the RSI has to be in the top half. It's kind of like a bouncy ball, right? For you beginners there, is that you get a bouncy ball, throw it up against the ceiling, you're expecting it to come down. If you throw it against the floor, you're expecting it to come up. So since we're wanting it to go down, we're wanting it to be up at the ceiling. So we have one and two. Come up with a kill shot. Okay, see, is it a good time to go for this trade right now? And why you put your answer? Let's see. You guys need to wait. Maybe you guys need some coffee. I think you guys needed some coffee. No, it's not all the same color. Perfect. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I came over here. The R side is lining up. Yep. But if I come over the kill shot, our third and final confirmation, it is not all what? What do we need it to be since we're going in for a sell? All red. Yep, all red. Perfect. So we are moving on from this trade, coming over to a 30 and that's 100 because those are my babies. All red, huh? I was even watching this too before before I started the call, but then I got distracted by making coffee real quick. That's so sad. So, coming back in time a little bit, it would have been okay to take about right here, but we already passed it. It's already at TP1. Oh, well, there's always next time. US 30, 30, 15 minute. And legitimately, this is all you do. And this is why I love trend waves, is because you as a beginner, you can do this on your own at any time, right? And this is all you would do. You would just go through every single one of these different ones, right? I do have certain ones that I prefer. I stay away from AUD from it takes too damn long. But yeah, so all I do is just legitimately just push through like this, and then once all three of my confirmations line up, I take the trade. And honestly, you just need a single trade, a single good trade to make your entire week, honestly. So it's all about quality, not quantity. Just because you can take 20 trades a day does not mean you should be taking 20 trades a day. You just want that one good trade, and then you can move on with life. Nope. This has potential, but it has to come up here first. Oh wait, this is 1 hour. Never mind. Okay. Kill shot. Oh. 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 It would be good if there wasn't that yellow line. Okay, so, all right. I want to explain this real quick. So, we do have all three, or almost all three confirmations anyway. We do have it at entry or a little bit above it, which is totally fine, right? We do have the R side lining up right there and crossing, right? And we do have the kill shot about to be all red. Obviously, we need the patience for this last one to be red, right? So this could change at any time. We're not touching it because we do have that one blue, right? Anyway, but the one thing again that I was talking about is that I want the best possible trade possible, right? Like, why would I take a trade that could potentially not be really good, right? And the thing about this here is this yellow line, right? So this yellow line here, basically what it means is that it has a hard time going past. As you can see, it touched it once and then it shot up all the way to almost invalidate. Actually, it did hit invalidation. You see that? So had you taken this trade about here, which it does line up with entry, as you can see, boom, it does have the R side right here, boom, right? But then it had that yellow line here, right? And boom, it went and then went all the way into invalidation. This is a perfect representation as to why I don't take trades like this. Because it went all the way up to invalidation and everything else was lining up. So Euro AUD. I mean, I do stay away from AUD, but we'll look at it at least. Especially Euro AUD and it's Friday, it's gonna be extremely slow. So that is okay. I mean, we're a little bit late, obviously you can see here. So if we were down here, so about here, it would have been okay. Kill shot. Yeah, that would have been a good trade to take about 5-10 minutes ago. We are late. As you can see, we're already towards TP1, right? There's no yellow lines around. The R side was in the bottom half. It crossed right here. So again, taking this about 5 minutes ago would have been a good trade. Um, and since the R side's in the upper half, it might come back down to retouch, but I don't know. And then on top of that, I don't like this box here. So this box basically is consolidation. If you don't know what that means, make sure you watch the beginner section of the training. But anyway, so the way that consolidation works is basically you just bounce. It's kind of like the RSI. Honestly, it kind of works like the RSI. Like it just bounces up and down, up and down, up and down. But obviously the market works differently than that. It's not stuck in this box. So you see how it starts here, bounce, 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 bounce. You guys see that? Go and drop a 3 if you see the consolidation, how it's kind of staying consolidated or stuck, I guess, if you will, in this box, right? Bounce, 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 bounce. Now it is starting to go up a little bit, so, it might break out here soon, but, anyway, so when I see a box like this, near entry or near here, I don't like seeing that because it could potentially keep being stuck there. Now, me personally, I think the reason there's a consolidation box there is because it's Euro AUD on a Friday. Euro and AUD are both in sessions that are already happened and are already about to close. Euro is the only one that's still open right now, I believe. 7 hours. Yeah, they would still be open right now. But basically, AUD is already over with. They're already, they're already done trading. They're already done with the banks are already closed, and Euro is about to close, and that's why I believe the consolidation is there. But that's just my personal opinion there. So even though this would have been a good trade down here and it would have been at entry, I mean, you would hit TP1 already. But, we're wanting to go for TP5, TP3. So if you wanted quick money, sure. But I wouldn't have taken this trade because of this consolidation. Go ahead and drop A1 if you understand why this could have had potential, but alas, it is not. So I'm gonna stay with since it's Friday, I'm gonna stay with the New York session once actually. So I'm only doing USD CAD for that exact reason, for what I just explained, that everything else should be closing here soon. US is the last one to be open. So let's go through Euro USD. Hello, baby.
Mom,
Yes.
guess which one has the sharpest jaws teeth? The pterodactyl or the dumbest rex?
Which one has the strongest teeth?
And the sharp can cut through this.
The Indominus Rex.
Let's test it out with this one first.
Okay.
It has roots. I don't know why they name it.
I'm on the call, baby, okay? We'll talk about it later, okay? Thank you.
That's what it opened.
How would you know what info? I'm talking to you, baby. See, as I was saying, you can do this while you're talking to your 6-year-old. Like he's asking me if a pterodactyl or Indominus Rex has stronger teeth and stronger jaws. And I'm here checking for a trade for you guys. Legit, this is all I do. I'm on a call right now, baby. Thank you. But yeah, Kat, what info are you talking about? You gotta be more specific. Okay. Love you. Bye. Oh, this I think we just missed it. Oh, we just missed that one. No, no, we just missed it. This would have been a good one since the yellow is further down. Um, ah, but then again, the consolidation is here because of the NZD, because of that Sydney session. That is just basic information. So you need to be watching the basic, whatchamacallit. Um, if you come over to the home and then Forex section and watching the basic, oh my goodness, I can't speak right now. The beginner module. Yeah, basic videos, thanks. Here, give it to me, baby, hurry. Mom life.
I hit my head on the door.
How did you hit your head on my door?
On my turn, but I didn't turn far away.
Here you go.
But then
All right, can you go in the living room, please?
bumped heavy in the
I love you. I love you.
you in my house.
This has potential. This is really close. This has good potential here. Ooh. The only problem is it's so close to invalidation, so this might be more of a oh, never mind. I take that back. Yeah, the yellow right here. You were right. I didn't see that at first. So once again, you can see, and even here, like this was a strong candle too. It was like pff, all the way down. Oh, look, see, it just changed to a pie. And that is why you gotta be patient. Now, I do like this, and the reason being is because of the BART. Everyone should know about my BART. I love the BART, but this would be a sell stop for sure. But anyway, so basically the way that the BART works, right, you can see the consolidation once again. You can see the box here, right? So this box here, right? It's bounce, 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 break, right? It broke through. And then there's this huge imbalance, fair value gap, liquidity, whatever you want to call it. And anyway, and then it comes back and retests, and then it potentially could come back down. But the call itself is obviously you can see the invalidation and so on. And the RSI is also not lining up. So analyzing on my own, this could be potentially a good one, but when it comes to the strategy and teaching you guys, it's not. It is indeed not a good trade to take. And look at that. See? Oh man, it just changed just like that. That's why you need to pay attention. I meant to do. Oh, look at that. It was all above, right? I already forgot. I pushed on the trend wave and I forgot what it was already. Oh, darn. Dang, look at that. We just missed this. That is so unfortunate. Would have been about right. Oh my, this is perfect. Oh, this was such a perfect trade. Okay, so we didn't just miss this. This was like an hour ago probably. I don't know. Yeah, this is a tearful because this is a beautiful, beautiful trade. Okay, so since I'm not able to find anything so far and we're staying away from all the other currencies, right? Um, I'm gonna show you what you're supposed to be seeing when you're doing this throughout the week, right? Fridays are a little bit iffy just because you are limited to what you can trade, right? Okay, so obviously, just so you beginners don't get confused, these numbers do move along, so it's always touching the current or the latest one. So, about 30, how I don't know, an hour ago, right? All of this was moved over here. So just so you don't get confused on why I'm talking about over here, okay? Anyway, so if I line up my cursor with where the RSI was crossing right here, it was at entry right about here, right? So right about here, right? And you can see that it was at entry. So at this point, about an hour ago, we had it one at entry, two, the RSI was lining up. Go ahead and drop a two if you see this. And beginners, so if you're new to this call, drop a three if you understand, or four if you don't understand. Because I want to make sure that my beginners see this. Okay, so if you're a beginner, and drop a three if you see how we have two out of three of our confirmations right here. And if you're new and you don't see it, drop a four so I can like zoom in more or something. I don't know. I'm not seeing. Okay, cool, perfect. So that's two out of three of the confirmations. If we were back in time 1 hour ago, could I take the trade right now? Like, oh, I got one, two. Can I take it right now? One, two. We're like in the past, okay? So we're going back to the future. Okay. No, why not? Why can't I not just take it right now? Obviously, that entry, obviously the RSI is lining up. Like, that's two out of three, right? It's best of three. Is that how the strategy works? Best of three? We still gotta check. Exactly. We still gotta check the kill shot. And obviously, as you can see, it's all blue. So most likely an hour ago, it was also all blue. Okay? Most likely. I can assume that it was all blue, and we can also see that because of the huge push here. And then we have, and the thing about this trade and why I'm so sad and why this is such a beautiful trade is that we actually had four confirmation in this particular case. And it makes me so sad because I love seeing these trades. And the reason is for my beginners here is once again the yellow line. The yellow line in this particular case, since it came from the top and came down, it has a hard time going down, right? As you can see, it came up here, and then once again, you can see the yellow line has a hard time going above, has a hard time going above, boom. But now it's in the top half, right? So then it was coming at the yellow line from above. And when it's coming at the yellow line from above, it switches from has a hard time going above to has a hard time going below. Right. Now, it doesn't mean that it won't go below a little bit. It just means it's kind of stuck in the area. It's more like a box rather than a line, just so you understand that. So it came from above, boom. Stuck, went up. Came back down, boom. Stuck, went up. came back down, boom, stuck, 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 and then shot up, right? So we actually have I don't know if you can consider this a triple bottom or not, but it hit it 3 times, right? You see that? Go and drop a 2 if you see that. This is for everyone since this is not a usual one of the 3 confirmations is a fourth confirmation. So you can see has a hard time, sucks a suck, went up, has a hard time, sucks a suck, went up, has a hard time, boom, shoots up rather. This is not something that you can use on its own, by the way. Just because, even if you see touching multiple times, right? You cannot use that as a singular confirmation. You cannot use it as a replacement for any of the other confirmations. It is an additional, it's a bonus point. It's extra credit. All right. I hope you guys make sure you understand that. Okay. And because if you've seen in some of the trades from yesterday, I think it was Alexis's trade, if I remember correctly, there was a yellow line, but it shot straight through it because the other 3 confirmations are too strong when they work together. They're so strong when they work together, it can shoot through those yellow lines. Okay. So look at that. We would be at guys, TP3. Yay. That's so sad. Ah. Anyway, so now you guys can see at least what a perfect trade would look like. This right here, I would have taken this in a heartbeat if we were here an hour ago. I would, oof, it would have been so fast. I don't even know if I would have sent that trade out in time. You know? And you would have wanted to take it right here at the yellow line. So this would have been a market execution down here for me. But that's just me. Can you reiterate the 3 confirmations? Absolutely. Number 1, at entry. This blue line right here at entry. So this long blue line, this dotted blue line has to be at this blue line right here. That's number 1 at entry. Number 2, the RSI has to be in the corresponding half, I guess, if you will, and crossing. So it's kind of like a double thing. So just because it's like right here, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys, since I'm not able to find any trades. We're just going to make this educational once again. So right here in this little area right here, you can see it is in the bottom half. However, it's not crossing. So you're looking for this right here where it crosses in the corresponding end. So since we're going in for a buy, since we want the market to go up, we're wanting the RSI to be in the bottom half because when we throw a bouncy ball at the floor, it has to come up. So since we want the market to go up, the RSI has to be at the bottom to be going up. Crying. I'm crying too. This was, look at this. Oh, man. And then it's the opposite for sell. So if the exits were below the entry, if we're wanting the market to go down, we need the RSI to be at the bottom. I mean, sorry, at the top half. Right? So most likely it's going to retrace. We might, hey, guys, we might get a retracement, but whether or not it's still a good time to take this trade will be up to the market, not me. But we do have some resistance here. I mean, support here. So I wouldn't even look at it anymore. So just because I just said that, guys, it was more of a joke. Please don't actually take it if it does come back to entry because it already hit TP3 and it could potentially not work out anymore. But anyway, and then lastly, that third confirmation is the kill shot lining up. So since we wanted to go up, we're wanting to go in for a buy, we needed to be all blue. If we're wanting to go in for a sell or we want the market to go down, it has to be all red. Thank you. Thank you, Evelyn. That's perfect right there. All right, and then lastly, I don't know if we already looked at this one. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, so Fridays are a little bit more iffy because you are limited to what you're able to trade. I mean, you can trade the other ones too, don't get me wrong, like Euro, especially Euro. So we're gonna go through all the Euros now. Um, because the what's it called? The London session is still open as of right now, I believe. 2, 5. Oh no, I think they just closed actually. You know what I'm saying? So that's just part of it, you know? So when it comes to Fridays, I trade more of indices, honestly, because they always move no matter what. But so we're gonna go through the Euro ones since that is the closest one, but that's gonna be quick. I think I already looked at this, didn't I? Give me a second, guys. Oh, yellow line. There you go. Okay, I'll explain here. So we do have all three, right? So we have a dead end entry, we have the R side cross, we have the kill shot. However, once again, we have the yellow line right here. And on top of that, looking into a little bit further, right? So this is more advanced. If you're new, don't worry if you don't understand this. But you can look at the market, right? If you zoom out a little bit, you can see how there's a bunch of respect in this area. And that's why. So if you look at the market, this is what you would be looking at if you weren't using this AI, right? And this is why I love this AI because it did it for you. You don't have to do it yourself, right? But anyway, if you see, you can see all this respect. So you can see respect, 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 right? So basically, it just has a hard time deciding where to go when it's in that area. It's kind of stuck in the area a little bit. It's kind of, just stuck, 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 and then goes in whichever direction it's going. So in this case, it went above, stuck, 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 went up. One came from up front, came from the top, stuck, 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 went below, retested it, stuck, 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 went back down, stuck, 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 went back down, stuck, 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 went back down, went above it again, stuck, 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 came back down, came up, and it's most likely gonna get stuck here again, and that's why that yellow line is there. Okay, this is more advanced. Don't worry if you don't understand. Go to the intermediate section if you're wanting to learn about this. Anyway, so what I'm seeing here, even though we have all three confirmations, right? What I'm seeing, the RSI is already halfway up. We're about halfway up to the yellow line. So what I'm expecting here is for it to get stuck here, respect it, since it is a BART, once again, the break and retest, right? It broke the yellow line. It's coming back up to retest it. It already retested it once. It's coming up to retest it a second time. Most likely, when it does retest that line again, the RSI will be in the top half, right? So that's that. And then additionally, if you come over the kill shot, you can see that, oh, look at that. It just changed. Okay, well, way to make me look dumb. Anyway, this was not that many blue before. It was more red, right? So since it just changed to blue, it does change what I was just talking about, but it was not all blue here a second ago. So it could potentially be a good trade to take. However, since it is Friday, I will not be calling this trade for the reason that I just explained. Okay? For the reason that I just explained. Everything that I just said, the whole spiel is the reason I'm not calling this. Now it could go above it. Absolutely could. Don't get me wrong. Like I was saying, the yellow lines are not a do all be all, end all, whatever. It could shoot right through it, but it's Friday. It's a euro currency, right? They just closed their banks, so it's gonna be slower here in a second. And then also everything that I just talked about. Like I just don't like it. And you can condense the whole spiel that I just did, right? You can condense it all down for you beginners because again, if you're a beginner, you're like, I don't know what the hell you just talked about. The yellow line. Just put it down to that. The yellow line is there. It's before exit one. Now it could shoot right straight through it. It'd be so funny if we'd go to exit two right now. That would be so funny. I would eat my words right there. But once again, when it comes to my strategy, when it comes to the way that I teach you guys, I want you guys to have the best possible chance. And if it has a hard time going above this area, we're going in for a buy, that is not a best possible chance. Could it go past it? Absolutely, but we're not here for FOMO. We're not here for fear of missing out. There is a resistance here. I'm not taking this trade, okay? So go ahead and drop a fire if you understand. Yes, it might go past. Yes, this might be another trade that we missed. But one, there's more trades to take. We don't have FOMO here. We don't have fear of missing out. There's always another trade to take, right? And we want the best possible trade. We want the best possible chance, especially if you're a beginner. Why would you want to take a not perfect trade like our perfect USD JPY? I'm gonna look at it again and I'm gonna mourn this USD JPY. Like, hats off, salute. Look at that. We're already at TP4. Oh my goodness. This right here is what I want to see. And you see how it instantly shot up all the way to TP4? And that is why I want this perfect, beautiful, I want to marry you trade right here. This is a I want to marry you trade right here. That's so sad. Anyway, so I'm gonna end the call there. We happened to not find anything. Um, this is the weekend, so I would be you can still do this on the cryptocurrency, so Bitcoin and Ethereum. But anyway, you can do this at any time. It's really this simple. Obviously, I went through all of the currencies to show you guys how to look at this trade. And look at that, it's about to go to TP5. Oh my goodness, it's so sad. But this right here, take a screenshot, take a photo so you can see exactly what a beautiful, perfect I'm sending this out immediately. Trade would look like the perfect time to enter this trade would have been about right here where that diamond showed up. And even the diamond basically what it means um a buy basically. It's like, hey, we really think it's about to go up. That's another confirmation. Once again, you can't use that on its own. It's more of an extra credit thing. But if you're wanting to learn more about the trend wave outside of what I'm teaching, make sure that you go and watch the learn how to use the Jifu scanners. Everything I talk about, I learned from watching this. If you click on it, you can watch all these different tutorials. It's like coming to class, but not reading your textbook, guys, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you go through that. But other than that, I hope you guys have a blessed weekend, blessed rest of your day, and I will see you guys most likely next Tuesday. Bye.